Firstly, I wanted to say thank you for making this Get Up and movement video, because one of the first video logs that I made was one about my New Year's resolutions. I made 2 New Year's resolutions, one of which was to lose weight. I had already started dieting a couple of months before New Year's, but I thought I'd do it a tad more seriously. With this particular diet that I'm doing now, I'm actually doing free running or parkour, which I've actually been doing for like the last 2 years now. But again, I've been training, well, I was training until I injured my ankle, a bit more seriously than I had been before. Firstly, if you don't know what parkour or free running is, you could check out my Lonely Day sampler, which is a video of me doing parkour. So it will give you an idea, either that or just search parkour on YouTube. Yeah, along with the training and the dieting, I was losing weight, yet gaining muscle. And considering that muscle, I've heard that muscle is actually heavier than fat, I was pretty proud of myself. I mean, like, when I was at my heaviest, I was probably about 96 kilos, and because I didn't have any muscle or anything like that, it was all fat. I think I was like a 42-inch waist or something, when, you know, at my biggest. And that was the time when I thought, yeah, something really needs to be done. So I tried this diet out that one of my free running teammates had suggested, which I'll tell you a bit later on. Yeah, so I tried out this diet and did some more serious training, and in the space of about 3 months I've gained a hell of a lot more muscle because of my serious training, and I've also lost 6 kilos from 96 to 90. But because of my injured ankle, I have not been able to do that much exercise. So because I haven't been doing any exercise and burning off all the energy and all the calories, I've kind of like plateaued a bit. So instead of losing 6 kilos in like 3 months, in the last month I've lost like just 1 kilo. Which is still pretty good, I think. So now I've gone from 90 down to 89. I've broken past the 90 kilo mark. So I'm pretty proud of that. Just before I get into talking about the diet that I'm doing, I just want to quickly say that what me and Digital Soul say about these different diets that you can do, they're not like the be-all, end-all kind of thing, or whatever. I mean, as Digital Soul himself has said on many occasions, we're just random guys sitting in front of a camera, giving our personal points of views and advice. And that's what it basically is. It's just advice. You can take it or leave it as you want. Yeah, so basically, if you like what you hear and you like the way, you know, you like these type of diets, then go for them. If you don't really think that that's for you, then you can just search on the internet, research different diets, and eventually find one that suits you and go for it. Well, the diet that I'm on, in a nutshell, is basically no sugars and carbohydrates after 6 p.m. That's basically it, in a nutshell. I'll elaborate on it a bit more. Basically, you can, as long as you're sensible about how much you eat, you can eat what you want during the day. Eat as much carbohydrates as you want within reason. You know, treat yourself to sweets and biscuits every so often. You know, just basically just be sensible. But then after 6, just cut out all carbohydrates and all sugars. If you can't do that, because I know most people have dinners after 6. I mean, people get off at work at 5 and they get back at 6, and then they have something like, say, 6:30 or something like that, you know. So you go and sit down to dinner at 6, and then it's difficult to have like no carbohydrates in a meal. So if you can't actually cut them out totally, then, well, just cut down on them. Yeah, I actually haven't cut out carbohydrates, I've only cut down on them, and the results are tremendous. Whilst watching Digital Soul's video, I was thinking that you could probably also incorporate the 6 a day into this diet. I mean, what you could do is, I suppose, you could have breakfast, snack, lunch, snack, and then you could have something that would equate to a dinner that would include carbohydrates before you get home, and then have a carbohydrate or and sugar-free snack after 6 when you get back home. I'm not really too sure how that really worked out, because it's only just like popped into my head a few minutes back, you know. So yeah, but you could really just, yeah, you could like mix and match or something, but whatever, you know, whatever you do, no carbohydrates after 6. And the reason for this is because sugars and carbohydrates is what your body burns up first, because they release energy so much quicker than fat. So that's why if carbohydrates and sugars don't get used, they get turned into fat and then get stored on you. So when if and when a problem does occur and you can't actually have anything to eat, then the body will start slowly turning the fat back into energy, and then using that energy to survive. It's basically just a survival mechanism. But if you cut out sugars and carbohydrates after 6, then that means that by the time you go to bed, all the carbohydrates that you've eaten before will have already been burnt up. So when you sleep, you're basically burning off fat rather than burning the carbohydrates that you've just eaten for dinner. So you're actually basically burning fat while you sleep. Oh yeah, one last thing. Digital Soul, you were saying about how important breakfast was, and the fact that you've got to get up and eat something. Someone once told me this. It's a saying: eat breakfast like a king, lunch like a queen, and dinner like a prince. Basically saying that, you've got to eat well during breakfast, because it's the most important meal of the day, because you're breaking the fast. And yeah, I thought I'd like to share that with you. So with this as one gathering, damn, I wish I could be there. But there's 3 things stopping me. 1, haven't got any money. 2, I'm going down to Cornwall on that exact weekend, because it'll be celebrating her birthday. And 3, even if I didn't have those obstacles in the way, my parents still wouldn't let me anyway, because they're tight. They're not really, but they can be annoying sometimes. Yeah, hopefully they'll organise some gatherings like that in the UK in the future. Kind of doubtful about that, but one can always hope. And hopefully you'll be able to take some pictures or some footage of what it was like out there, and share it with us YouTubers who never got to make it. And yeah, so have a great time. Hope you're not too scared on the flights, and I'll see you around.